Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chateau de Grifferaie. Your friends Rob and Leslie. It is 2025 and we're gonna start the new season in February, but we wanted to give you a little bit of a January update. We're back.
We're back.
And how was it? Was it okay when we got back?
It was actually. I was even walking around yesterday. I heard a bit of a howl upstairs in the wind, so I did a lap through the second floor, the bedroom floor, and there aren't even flies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Maybe
no flies, no mold.
Maybe it's the lack of, maybe there's just not a lot of insects this year.
No mold, eh? Have you noticed?
No
mold. It's by far the best we've had it. When we got back to Chateau, it was extremely cold.
It's still extremely cold.
No, but it was extremely, it was like 5 or 6. I thought it was 1 in the basement, but yeah. I was misreading. I thought we were gonna maybe have some frozen pipes because it was -4 outside Celsius.
We were watching online while we were gone.
It's like 28 Fahrenheit-ish down to outside. And the Chateau usually sits around 10 Celsius inside in the off season, but when it gets really cold, it gets down to 5, which is oppressive. It's oppressive. Like, you're sitting there and you feel the heat coming off you if you're not wearing big jackets
or you see the heat coming off.
That too. So
it's a see your breath in the house kind of temperature.
But yeah, the place there's water everywhere. There's been so much rain, and there's coldness in water. But it's wonderful to be back, and we're going to start on some projects. Hey, by the way, I did a bit of an update when we didn't send it out, but when we were still at the beach house in Oregon around Christmas, and just to show you the place a little bit, but also just to talk about some of the changes for next year. So I thought perhaps you'd enjoy it. Hey, everybody. Hello from Newport, Oregon. It's, I think, time for a little creekside chat. I am just out here on the backyard of our place in Newport. Now, it's a rental property, basically, short-term rental, and that's sort of how we manage to pay our bills. But anyways, got to come out once in a while and fix things up. And really cool, we have a creek that runs along the backyard. It's really just a drainage creek from the street, but we love it. And as a kid from Saskatchewan, I remember growing up dreaming of having some type of water on property, just because we didn't have a lot of water. It's so dry in Saskatchewan. And so, I mean, it's really incredible to think of where our life has taken us unexpectedly. Now, here's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to try not to make horizontal moves with the camera like that. I'm going to try not to do that anymore. I'm going to try to, because I know it's hard to watch, so I'm going to try to do a little better. That's our shed over there. Now, this is not the start of our new season. We'll start in a few weeks here, but we thought it might be nice to give you guys a little bit of an update on how things are going. Again, this is our place. We haven't done the walkthrough video yet. Hopefully we will get to that. Things are going great. Things are going really great. Yeah, no horizontal moving means I'm gonna have to do more stops, and which is probably good for the video. Yeah, we love this house, and it's been fun to get back here. We are changing, our world is changing, right? We used to live in both countries, but now we're gonna spend most of our time in France. So we're getting rid of our last vehicle, this van. Both our 2 kids each got one of our better cars, and this guy is a 2008 and has seen better days, and so we're gonna donate it to charity because you don't want just to sit there all year. And it still drives, but not great. And now we're gonna have to move into the land of maybe renting cars when we come back to America. I think I can still do walking shots. I think the human body is capable of handling those. Look, there's our little lighthouse there. Yeah, so the good news is largely financial. I mean, we already had our students, so that's gone really well. But we managed to gain access to a couple of foundation grants. Now, I say grants, but really it's individuals. It's individuals that we've known over at least a few years who have supported us and believe in what we're doing. And so it's fantastic. Now, one of our American friends and our American foundations has said that they're going to support us for $40,000 this next year. Isn't that's really wonderful? And that's going to help us a lot with our different expenses and working on different things. When I say us, I mean the nonprofit. So it doesn't go to Leslie and me, but it does go to the nonprofit. So that is wonderful. And even better than that, we have a couple of Canadian friends and a foundation that they work with that has signed on again to support us. Now, they've helped us a lot in the past with the roof and other things. And they told us, they let us know that they're actually going to donate $50,000 to the nonprofit for a project, quite possibly the roof of the stables, maybe something else we'll see, yet to be determined. And also, this is really nice. They want to donate $50,000 to support Leslie and I. As you guys maybe know if you watch the channel, we don't take a salary. We haven't taken a salary to this point because we're kind of retired. We kind of don't need it. We're not real rich, but we're trying to make it. Now, this is super kind of them, and so we're going to look into the the legality of all that. We're still on a visitor visa in France, so we can't take a salary from France, but either whether it's supporting volunteers for the nonprofit or whether we eventually take a salary, it is a lovely gift, and we're deeply thankful. So a lot of great news to start off the year. We're back in a couple days to the Chateau. Watch for lots of videos. We're going to start on a couple projects, and we've got a few months to work on projects, so it should be a great time. Oh, one more good piece of news. That's our little house through the woods. Isn't that cool? One other piece of good news. We finally broke down and bought a 2-microphone system. So Leslie and I can both be wearing a mic, and you should be able to hear both of us. Yay, yay. Well, it's a beautiful day at the beach today. It's very rainy in December here, but we've got a little bit of no rain, so Mr. Bingley and I are going to go to the ocean for a little walk. Now, we are very fortunate that only about 40 or 50 steps from our house is this beautiful view of the lighthouse. This is why we bought the property. So if we just want to take Mr. Bingley to go to the bathroom, we can just walk out here real quick, a couple minutes. But since we've got no rain, let's go down to the beach. All right, welcome to our beach. Now, it's high tide right now, so we don't have a lot of beach, but actually it goes down quite a ways. And it gives us maybe another 50 yards of sand at some parts. The best part about this beach, other than the beautiful lighthouse, is that there's all kinds of rocks over there. And depending on the season, the sand washes in and out. And so either you have a rocky beach or a sandy beach. It changes all the time, and it's really cool. This beach is constantly evolving. As you can see, there's water coming up from the mainland. And this whole area has sort of eroded, and you can see if you take a look that the houses these are only maybe 100 yards from our house are sitting on in a fairly precarious position. In fact, there used to be a road on this side of those houses, and now the cliff goes almost right up to the foundation. Someday these houses will probably fall, and some days ours will too, but hopefully not for a long time. So as you can imagine, when we went to buy this house, we were very concerned about this. Mr. Bingley, you stay over here, Mr. Bingley. And we didn't want the house to fall in. We actually have one or two rows of houses between us and this cliff. So before our house goes into it, if someday that happens, there will be 2 rows of houses that will go first. So we should be safe for quite a few hundred years. When we went to buy the house, we went to the city and looked at the geotechnical hazard zone, and you can kind of see where it is. It's about maybe 50, 70 yards from our house. And so we weren't actually required to do any studies that way. What we did do is go online and look for other records we could find, and we actually found the geotechnical report for this house, which was built new maybe 10 or 20 years ago, and actually the engineers estimated it had 250 years of safety. So the way we figure it, this house is safer for a little bit longer, maybe 300, maybe 400 years, and so its value will go up slowly, and then at some point these other houses will fall into the ocean, and it will be oceanfront, so the value of the house will jump, and the view will be incredible for 30 or 40 or 50 years. And then perhaps it falls into the ocean and the value is 0. So a couple more days of doing some groundwork on this place and getting it all fixed up, cleaned up for the next year and ready for renters. And then we're off back to Paris. The next time you see us, we will be settled into the cold. But it has been really cool to have a warm house and warm showers and all of that. It's been very luxurious.
So one of my favorite antique places in Portland is called Monticello's, and it's like a mini French brocante, except the prices are not a French brocante. But it is very fun to come see what they have. Ooh, check that out. Wowza, samovar. Look how beautiful. So good. And check out these candles. Aren't these great? Oh my goodness. Oh, and the lamp behind it. Oh my goodness. That is a beauty. Anyway, my tastes don't change regardless of the country.
Okay, so it's extremely cold, and you might remember we got these kind of ends of candles, and I got these leftover Christmas Eve candles from the old school where I worked that they were going to throw out. And so I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build the Toffee Tower of Warmth. Yeah, stay tuned. This is some serious Frugal Mennonite heating solution kind of stuff here. Now the Toffee box is now safety first. We got some used tinfoil on it, and now we're going to build a base for multitudes of candles. Okay, with my Toffee Tower of Warmth, I realized that I need to keep the fire away from each other so that it doesn't melt, the candles don't melt each other. But we're starting with the tinfoil to give us a little bit of structural integrity, but as they burn, of course, the wax will create a beautiful base that will be nice and solid, and we'll keep the wax off the tablecloth. Got a lot of heat going. As they burn out, no big deal. They just go out on the tinfoil. And yeah, watch for updates. You know, human beings are all very different when it comes to money. And there's some of us that are just naturally frugal. And there's, you know, sometimes people attach an ethnicity to that. In my circle, they say you're Mennonite, which is, I'm a little bit Mennonite, ethnically or whatever, of origin. Sometimes people joke about Scottish or a lot of other races. They say we're naturally careful with money. Well, some of us just are. Like, for example, sitting in a cold chateau, it brings me so much joy to get a used piece of tinfoil and wrap it around a piece of cardboard, and then stand up a bunch of candles that I found in the garbage outside a candlelight service at Christmas. And I brought back to France. I said, I'm going to use these, and it's going to heat up the room. And that brings me so much joy. The efficiency of it. I don't know if you have to live with somebody like me, if you have friends and you just want to understand them. Honestly, I just finished my taxes, guys. And my thought while I was doing the taxes is, man, is there a way I can make less money next year so I can not pay as much tax? Now that's probably crazy to a lot of people. I'm kind of like, you know, maybe we could put the YouTube income directly to the nonprofit instead of coming to us, like just have it donated. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. So another good year coming up for us. We have, what is it? We have February, March, April before the students come. So 3 months. Mm-hmm. And the first project.
Oh, our bathroom.
The main bathroom, the bathroom on the premier etage. We've left this for now. It's one of the worst bathrooms in the house, and we use it all the time, of course, so we thought it's finally time.
I use it all the time.
I do too. Well, when the students are here, both of us use it.
Next door to the nicer bathroom.
Yeah, I go somewhere else. It's just, you know, you're trying to shower in this like bathtub, and there's like fabric, and you're like touching the fabric while you're showering. It's no fun. So we've been sourcing stuff.
Oh, I tell you. You know, so I do this in life. This is what I do, and back in Oregon. And, you know, it's not hard to come up with a beautiful, amazing plan when you have resources coming out of your ears and you can get any product you ever dream of. Then it's just a matter of budget.
And when you have clients that can afford a lot more than you can.
But even so, whether you have budget or not, there's still more things to choose from. I don't know, guys. Anybody want to enlighten me in the design world? Why can we not get marble in France? We're right next to Italy. What's the deal?
We're looking everywhere for marble.
Is there some kind of embargo or like?
Is there a secret marble trade? Is there a black? Does anyone know how to get marble in France? Because right now our best option is England, and then you're paying for lots of.
I know. Now we're paying for shipping from England.
And
they're
the
only ones I have so far found online. Now clearly I can't go. You know, even last spring when we drove through Italy, I was watching for. Tile places, and I didn't see any, but it wasn't a big priority because clearly we were on with the session with the students. But I have no idea what the deal is with that. There's hardly anything here to choose from.
We could use your help. Also, you're hearing a little scratching behind us. Mr. Bingley trying to get outside. We've had quite the adventure with Mr. Bingley, and actually we chronicled some of it. This guy's back to his favorite place. The other day he came out on the land, and no lie, he just ran back and forth across the whole property so many times. Couldn't believe he ran so far. Yeah, he loves having the big space. Okay, our very own Mr. Bingley has been getting extremely dirty going into some holes. And so we're doing an experiment. I'm walking into the forest. Leslie's gonna let him out in about 3 minutes. I'm going to try to figure out where he's going so we can stop him from getting so dirty. Here we go, through the jungle, trying to find the wild animal holes.
Right, much against my better judgment. Yeah, no, there's holes. Yeah. Well, I don't see it on the outside of this one, but I mean...
And Leslie let him out too soon, but I think we figured out where he goes. Right here. He knows he's in trouble. This guy. Somebody's a bad dog. No, hey, get out. Well, there's no shortage of holes. There's one. Here's another. Yet another. Massive one, this one. Maybe one more down here. Okay, it's a foggy day. It's a good day, but it's a little bit warmer. It's like plus, I don't know, 6 or 7 out here. Celsius, that's maybe like 40 Fahrenheit. And that means time to work outside a bit. If you've been watching the videos, you know our Mr. Bingley's been running into this forest, going into big holes. And so I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna plug some up. Now, hopefully there's nothing down there. I'm gonna try to wire it shut, but in a way that if somebody was under there, they could dig their way out easily or just push their way up. But if somebody's on the top, they can't get back in, like Mr. Bingley. So I'm trying to do it humane-wise. I got all this extra wire. I'm just gonna get out my pliers and cut some small pieces. While I was in there, I noticed, still trying really hard not to go sideways, that there's a couple trees that have a lot of ivy growing up them, big, huge ones. So I figure I may as well kill 2 birds. So I grabbed my little Ryobi reciprocating saw, and we'll make short work of this thing. Yep, that's going to make... Oh, he lost, look at this. He lost his jacket again. Oh, your mom's gonna be so mad. Where did you do that, Mr. Bingley? Oh, not good.
Okay, so Mr. Bingley lost his jacket in the forest. Right, when we need it. So Rob's gonna go that way, because that's the way Bing went, but it's really muddy and gross. So I'm actually gonna go this way, because there's already a little way to get into this crazy hobbit land, I call it. And we'll let you see where we go here. Bingy, get out. Get out. Well, we caught him in one. These are the holes he likes to go in. This is the problem. So the question is his jacket in one of these holes? I hope not, Bing. Hey, Bingy, where's your coat? Where's your coat? Where is it? Can you find it? Where did you put it? Is it down here somewhere? Huh? Can you find your coat?
This is really something. Okay, we plugged up 5 holes. There's one. I'll go closer. There's 2 over there. There's 3. This is a big one. So they're all quite big. There's another one. These are quite large. Like, a small child could definitely go down some of those. I covered it with sticks too. We will see if somebody digs them out.
You can't say he's not a curious fellow, and you can't say he's not doing his job at defending the property, because both things he takes very seriously, which I'm not sad about, personally.
But you know, the last 3 or 4 days since we did all those covering up of the holes and stuff like that, he has not come back nearly as dirty. So that's
not at all.
That's
Well,
really good.
Not really.
No, pretty good. You know, just like a little towel wipe off.
However,
yeah.
So when it's been raining, I usually put on this little raincoat thing on him,
Yeah.
especially if he gets in a hole.
Oh,
then
they
at
saw
least
him lose it.
Oh.
I got that on video.
You saw him lose it?
No, we saw him come back when he had just bought it.
I see.
And I warned him that his mother was not going to be pleased.
So now we've lost two coats on this property. Lord willing, we find at least one.
Yeah.
That would be nice because I don't want to lose more.
So anyways, a great year. It's looking like a great year. We're already feeling at least a little bit more rested. 2024 was so challenging. And by the way, update, my school closed the college down, so it's continuing to, that's very sad.
It's officially closed.
Yeah, officially closed all the way now with the college.
Very sad.
But I'm feeling back to 100%. You're not quite at 100% yet.
I'm not there yet.
What percent are you at?
Oh goodness, he loves putting numbers on things.
I do.
I'm just not a number kind of person.
She's at 68%.
I'll let you know when it happens. You'll notice because I'll get really industrious.
Yeah.
And then you'll get really annoyed because there's going to be a lot of projects I'm going to want to do.
Oh, I
and
know.
you're gonna be like,
We've been married for almost 35 years.
So you know what? Enjoy the moment.
So it's good to it's good to marry a hardworking person, but
Be happy she's tired.
yeah, maybe sometimes when she's tired, I'm like, oh, good, we're gonna get a couple slow weeks here. But no, we're almost ready to get back to it. Okay, thanks for coming along. Stay tuned. We'll see lots of Chateau de Grifferaie in the next year.